I suffer from sleep paralysis since I was a child. All happened 5 years ago when I started to witness rare events like shadows at midnight and strange noises. 5 months ago, I have been seeing a little kid sitting in front of me, but I didn't pay attention. 2 months ago, I dreamed that I was in the school's library, and a woman ran into me and told me, "You have seen Tommy." I said, "Who?" And she replied, "Dear Tommy." I was speechless, and she kept saying, "He's dead. He appeared at 12 a.m. And you can ask him to question whenever you say, 'Dear Tommy.' But never ask a third question. If you do it, he's going to kill you." Night 1. Tommy appeared at midnight, and then I asked him, "Dear Tommy, how did you die?" He whispered, "It was an accident in a market." And then I asked, "Dear Tommy, what happened that day?" He whispered again, "A shell fell on my head." In that moment, I was really scared, but still I asked again, "Dear Tommy, who pushed the shell?" But he had stayed quiet. It was there that I noticed I had made a third question. At that point, I was absolutely scared.
The next day, I searched on internet information about a kid called Tommy killed on a market by a shell, but I didn't find any information. A week passed without incident. I had the opportunity to move to another apartment that was bigger. Another month passed, and by then I had forgotten about Tommy. I think that he might have lost my trail when I moved. But lately, something strange is happening. My dog has been barking behind the door at midnight as if there was something from the other side. Last night, I felt something strange. I took a look through the magic eye. I'm completely sure I had seen something move from the other side. When I opened the door, there was nothing. Nevertheless, my dog was still nervous. I think that dear Tommy found me. I don't know what to do. Night 6. My dog walks to the door. He sits and stays watching. What is happening? I took a picture through the magic eye since I'm too scared to open the door. I think I got something. I thought that the picture came out like this because I covered the camera lens. So I took another picture, but this time doing it on purpose.
At first, I thought that it was a kid playing, but when I opened the door, there wasn't anything. Someone advised me to take the same picture twice, one with my iPhone and another with the Polaroid. In both occasions, the light was turned on. Last night, I couldn't sleep, thinking that something was pretty bad. I had not dreamed with Tom in months, but he showed up this night in my dream. Everything was full of smoke, and Tommy was sitting in front of my bed. I've been away from the city for a couple of weeks, and almost immediately I started to feel better. Everything seemed to improve, like maybe Tommy wouldn't follow me after all. Maybe he was tied to the house, not me. After all, everything stopped. Well, sort of. I wasn't having dreams anymore, and I was feeling better. I was sleeping through the night again, I hope that at the end of the day, I'll have seen all this light and experience and be able to continue with my life as I did before. Now a time has passed and I have found a good man to spend the rest of my life. We got married and I'm about to give birth. I start to feel the contractions and the baby is about to be born. In the middle of all of this, I swear I saw Tommy standing at the door of the delivery room, looking at me with an evil smile in his face. But my baby was finally born and he looked so much like me. My husband and I were very happy. After a few days, we took him home to our baby, which we named Ike. Many years later, 5 years to be exact, Ike started to change his personality from being a very talkative child to a very quiet one. But one day I called him by his name as I usually do. I said, "Dear Ike," but there was no response. After 5 minutes, he came down to the kitchen where I was, and I told him, "Dear Ike, I was calling you for dinner." To what he responded, "Mommy, my name is Tommy, but you can call me Dear Tommy."